Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Buffalo Picker. This is my 16th show, and I'm happy tonight to have two special guests. I have Tesla Picker, and I have McDonald to Millionaires. And my weekly guest is the Glass City Pickers. I'm excited about this show tonight to have these guys. I definitely been a long time coming to get Tesla Picker and McDonald Millionaire on my show. So tonight I'm gonna go ahead and let the panel introduce themselves.
You got it.
I'll go ahead and start. I'm Tesla Picker. I don't know if you want me to go into anything, but I'm a part-time reseller. Got a full-time job. Actually, gotta go to work in about 10 o'clock. So, but yeah, man, I just do a part-time. Been doing it off and on for years. I opened my eBay account back in 2006. So I've been doing it off and on for years. And right, I just now started to go full swing of things. I say back in December of this past December. So, yeah.
Right. Go ahead, McDonald.
I'm McDonald's to Millionaire in NY here. I'm a full-time reseller. I made that transition about May of around this time last year, actually. I walked away from working a tool like fast food jobs, and now I sell on everything. Started from like giving $100 a week and like picking out the trash to build capital.
Wow. All right. Go ahead, Glass City.
So we're Glass City Pickers. I'm Tanya.
This is Chris right here.
I'm a full-time nurse. I work at the VA, and Chris
is under the weather, but I'm here. What's up, y'all?
And a full-time
reseller.
Stay at home. Doing the job.
Do it all, Mr. Do it all, man.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you was able to make it out tonight, Chris. Under the circumstances, I know, you're a little under the weather, and I didn't shoot this show out. So we have 5 people watching, but unless I'm messing up the chat, I don't see anybody in the chat room. Do you all? Anybody got the live up?
Yeah, I do. There's no one there.
Okay. All right, yeah. So
no one want to hang out with us.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's my bad because I normally send out like a 5-minute warning to people on IG. Yeah, D dedicated. So definitely glad you can make it, D. I guess everybody else has started popping up in here, but we're gonna go ahead and get started with the show. Basically, we got one talking point for tonight, and then we're gonna do a question and answer for any new resellers in the chat room, and also we're gonna do a show and tell at the end of the show. So basically, my question that I'm posing tonight is, what is the suggested amount of capital you think you would need to get started in the resale business? Anybody can take that question.
Nothing. Like if you want to be honest, you don't need. You can start with zero. Hypothetically, that actually should be your best way to start because you don't want to risk capital and you don't know what's going on to make those mistakes. So starting with things in your house and things that people are giving away for free all the time on Craigslist, OfferUp, Letgo, Facebook. Start with those items to kind of learn how to ship and just everything. So you can start with predominantly nothing.
Right.
Yeah, I agree, man. He hit it right on the head. I mean, me, I kind of trickled in, and I think that's what people should do. Don't go and get a loan or do nothing crazy like that. You can sell anything in your house, man. I mean, everything you have in your house is on eBay. So just pick something you don't want, throw it on there, make a little money, buy 2 things next time, buy 3 things after that, 4 after that. And, before you know it, you'll be doing something. I mean, I think you should do it like that anyway, because you don't want to overwhelm yourself, buy a bunch of stuff, put 20 things on there and have to ship 10 things and you don't even know how to ship yet. So I think you should kind of trickle in there, learn how to, what boxes you got to get, I think slowly and then kind of build your way on up. I didn't start anything. For those of y'all who don't know, I was, and I still do, I started with shoes. I bought Jordans back in the day, 2000, when it was real hot, 2008. 2007, 2006, I used to buy 2 or 3 pair of Jordans and resell 2, and mine would be free, So I kind of trickled in like that, you know what I'm saying? As I got my money together, I started buying other things. So you don't need anything, I don't think. in the beginning, and then maybe after you get so far up, then maybe get your LLC, things like that, and then you can take off.
I agree. I that's what we've told family and friends, that you really look around your house, look in your closet, you've got something. If you have kids, they outgrow it, they don't use it anymore, somebody will buy it. So I agree. You don't have to have, hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. You really can start with nothing, like you guys said, and go from there. And like you said, once you start picking up, and go out and buy some things.
Right. So, my thought process on that is all the platforms you can do that, for the exception of Amazon.
Oh yeah.
You're definitely gonna need money to jump on that ship. Amazon is basically, they have trained their customers to want the best of the best, and if you're going to be able to get the best of the best, you got to pay a premium for that. And that's where the retail arbitrage and the online arbitrage and the liquidations come into play. So yeah, you would need some capital for that. When I first started out, I started my business with $2,000, and I started out with eBay.
That's
And
what I asked. You started on eBay, not Amazon. You started straight with eBay.
Straight with eBay. I followed the Rise and Grind Picker blueprint, and basically I started on eBay, worked eBay for about 5 months, and then jumped straight over into Amazon right after that Q4. And like I had mentioned before, is it was with a little luck, because I had so many of one item that I had purchased from Toys R Us. And once I got onto Amazon automatic ungated me in that one product that I had. So, once, I got that first check from Amazon, I was sprung, so my little bit on that is, if you start out in eBay, I agree 100% what you guys are saying. You don't really need no money. You just can find items in your house that, like you all have already mentioned, and that get those items, muster them up, things that you don't use no more, or family members having stuff that they want to donate to Goodwill. You get the word out to them that, hey, I'm a reseller, and, let me get that stuff, and I'll give you, amount for it if you want it, and throw that stuff on the platform and see what it do, and build your capital off of that. I hear a lot of people that don't really know about the resale game, but want to jump into the resale game. One of the excuses is, I don't have no money to start, and that's what led me to making this particular question a talking point for the show, so that we can let people know that are listening to our show, because we are basically live right now on Facebook as well. And I know I have a lot of Facebook followers, mostly free family members, that they sitting on the fence about this resale game, because they think they got to have a pocket full of money to jump in. So I just want to get you guys' perspective on, where you stand, how you got started, and kind of share your story, so people can get an idea. Like, we all 4 resellers in here, 4 different groups of resellers, but we probably got 4 different paths on the ways that we approach reselling.
Yeah, I'm going through it now with my son, man. My son's 17, and he just started maybe 2 months ago. And I told him, he worked at Walmart, and right before all this stuff happened, I pretty much made him quit, because I didn't want him pushing up baskets, in Walmart with all this stuff going on. So I was like, man, the Walmart money you making, man, I'll tell you all the time, man, you can do what I'm doing. He already been having his eBay set up. He just never did it. And he finally, about 2 weeks ago, sold his first thing. And now he's about 5 or 6 items in as far as sold. And he loves it, man. He got that itch now, and he wants to go he can't wait for things to open. So, but he started off with stuff. He had old shoes that he thought that these are nothing. Ain't nobody gonna buy it. They're like, man, I'm telling you, those shoes is perfectly fine. I mean, I know how you are about your shoes and stuff. Put those on eBay, watch them sell. And they sold, and he's like, what? So he's loving it right now.
Right. What about you, McDonald?
basically, I forgot the question. You're gonna have to come back to the question.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see what path led you to reselling.
Well, I got into trouble some years back, and I knew I couldn't make the money I wanted to make at a regular job. Nobody would let me be employed with them, so I had to be an entrepreneur. So I started just selling things little by little, watching. I watched a lot of Instagram and YouTube at first, just kind of learn and see what people were doing. And then from there, I started listing, and I was working at the same time and just learning the process. And then eventually just started listing more and more. That's what it really is. Really hard to get up to that listing speed. You don't notice it at first, how much it actually takes to put up 10, 20, 30 listens a night. But after I got into that groove, it was over. And I realized I was making more in a month than in a week I would make what I made in a month at a job. I couldn't turn back.
You just do eBay?
Yeah, eBay. eBay is what I started on. I actually got in trouble with eBay years ago, doing the wrong things, not playing by the rules and things like that. But they let me come back in as I'm told them like it's 10 years ago. I'm older. I'm not an 18-year-old punk anymore. And I've been cranking. There in Macari, and I did Poshmark a lot too.
Right. So let me take time out to give a shout out to the people in the chat room. We have quite a few people that popped in here. So I'm going to try to go down the line. And if I miss your name, I'm going to come back and get to you. So I want to thank D for being the first one here. I appreciate your support, D. I appreciate everybody in here coming out to watch my show on a weekly basis on Friday night, supporting me. Anything is possible. Thank you for coming through. Stacker, thank you for coming through. DL, thank you. She was on my show a couple of weeks ago as well. Denise, sorry I wasn't able to help you today. Denise, I seen your message kind of late. Every Day I'm Hustling, I was on their show last week. Who else we got in here?
Las Vegas Thrift.
Okay. Las Vegas Thrift. Oscar, thank you for coming through. I was with Oscar on Wednesday night on their show. Philly Picker, he was on Glass City Picker show. He had an awesome find with a bidding from High Bids. Sweet Texas find. She was on an interview with Landshark Picker. So all the people out in the chat, we have some experienced resellers here on the panel tonight. If you have any questions or concern, don't leave tonight without asking your question. I'm sure somebody on this panel can answer it. We have people selling on all platforms on this show tonight. So Money from Mars, thank you for coming through. Maria, thank you for coming through. Bill Thackeray, thank you for coming through. Glass City Pickers, I know that was a minute that pushing those names, man. But so what led you all to the resale game?
You?
Oh, this guy we met. All right.
He already know, don't he?
Kind of pushy. He's okay.
Sergeant Slaughter, aka the man. But no, man, like we said, it was you, man, that we sat down, we was in Pittsburgh, went to a game, and you brought it to the table. At first I was just like, hey, I'll back my better half right here and let her run with it and see what she can do. And she took off running. I seen the money she was making. I got to peeking in real hard then, like, hold on.
Let me help with that one.
They ain't playing for real. I'm thinking, and I'm like, hold on. Then you got to sending them numbers and things just start working itself out, man. And we've been almost going on 3 years, been dedicated,
Hey, those numbers will make you move, won't they?
Yeah, man. I start putting the controller down slowly but surely, like Xbox.
All right.
So it was you,
man. When you get into something like this, man, stuff you used to do, you be like, man, I ain't did that in a minute, because that time you don't get that no more.
It's addicting. It really is. And then once you start seeing that money come in, it's an adrenaline rush to go back out and see what else you can scan on that damn phone.
Every day I'm hustling, man. I apologize. I still don't feel that awesome today, but I wish I could have made y'all show Wednesday morning.
He will. Give him time.
Thursday. I apologize from here, but I soon will be up to par where I can sit down and feel even more comfortable. I ain't gonna talk too much. Thank you.
Yeah,
But
I like
Buffalo,
that.
that's what it is, man.
Chris, I definitely appreciate you coming out tonight, man. I know,
most definitely.
what you're going through right now, and for you to be here, man, that's big ups right there for you.
Y'all didn't want me by myself.
You could have came by yourself. Yeah, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it, bro.
No problem.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say, as far as the time thing, I got, man, it's kind of not a blessing, but what's going on right now actually is helping me. As far as I got 3 boys and they all play sports. I got a 17-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 7-year-old. My 2 smallest ones, they play AAU ball, year-round basketball and football. My oldest one, he played football. He's 17. He's about to be a senior, and he's pretty good. And he got some looks for certain colleges, so I'm always with him. So every weekend, man, I'm traveling here for a game. I'm traveling there. I'm traveling here, and it took a lot to try to get this stuff done. Doing all that too. But the fact that nothing's going on right now, I've been going super hard, man, and the numbers, show. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if anybody say they don't got the time, then I say, man, you lying. Because I got, these boys run me to death over here. And, of course I got a wife too. So we got to spend our time together, and I can't just be down in the basement, all night and all day trying to get stuff done, because I have to deal with her too. So,
hey, we got a couple questions in the chat. Denise want to know, is anybody on the panel sell used puzzles?
Not used. I'm always scared there's gonna be a couple missing, man.
Right.
Somebody's gonna hit me back talking about, hey, they don't know there, so I don't mess with the used ones.
I think the only way I would sell used is if I built the puzzle myself and could actually show a photo that everything is there, and it had to be actually worth that time. Like if it was a vintage or a collectible, that's gonna be worth your time sitting down and doing that.
Right. That's why I was
better like that too. If you show them put together.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If you can show that thing is put together and the time and effort equates to the value that you're going to get out of it, then yeah. But if it's not, I just rather get a sealed puzzle and sell it to that customer, so that take away all the variables with that customer having the option to say, well, it was a piece missing, I want to return it.
With this stuff going on right now, man, I think that little time, it's gonna be a long time before these puzzles are gonna be selling again. Because I mean, about a month ago, a couple weeks ago, man, those things was hitting.
Yep. So the next question is, what is the best way to get watchers for your item on eBay?
Sell a popular item, but you really don't want watchers. You want buyers. Sometimes you can have a lot of watchers and nobody buy. So I guess it depends what you want at the end of the day, a conversion or just somebody just watching your product.
Yeah, I guess he's trying to. I guess it.
You mean like promoting it or something like that?
Yeah.
Wording, pricing.
Say again.
Wording, pricing, pictures.
Yeah, pictures is for sure. You got the quality pictures will help. But I guess what he's trying to say in conjunction to that is, Amazon, eBay had this feature where you get so many watchers, then you can start, making offers to the folks. So I would say my number one suggestion is to have as many photos that they will allow, and make sure those are quality photos. And if it's any blemishes in that product, you want to make sure you show that as well.
Yeah, like he was saying, man, I just try to price it well if I can, and take as many pictures as I can, even if it's some might only require 2 or 3 pictures, but sometimes I take a little bit more. You you got, just talking to eBay, you got 12 spots to take them, so take as many as you can, man. Show some stuff that other people are not showing, and a lot of times it'll work.
Yeah, load that thing up, man. That's what
also too, when you list, how I do it, if I do like after sold and you see the ones with like the ratings or the stars, a lot of times when that product sells out, it'll send a push notification in your email. Oh, you were looking at this, but we have this, this, and this that was similar to that if you go up under there when you were listing.
Right. Yeah, another little trick I use, man, is like, I'm already overpricing my items, so I go in there and do the trickle down effect. I drop it 6 cents here, 10 cents there, and every time you drop that item, for the people that's watching, eBay is blasting them with a message saying the price has dropped. So that will draw you some attention as well. And Denise was saying that about the puzzles is she had one, but it's a little messed up.
It's okay. Take pictures and let them know it.
Yeah, just be honest with it. That's all.
Yeah,
Make sure that,
that.
the seal hasn't been broken, and if it has, that's another kettle of fish. But just be honest, with your photos, and put that in the description as well.
Yeah. So they can't come back and say, "Hey, the box is messed up." Well, it was right there in the description. You read it.
Photos.
Yep.
Yeah. So, has anybody been outsourcing? Had they opened up y'all states yet to go out to the stores besides Walmart, the normal stores?
I'm in Louisville, Kentucky, man, and ain't nothing. We May the 20th is when like places like Goodwill and other places are supposed to open up. So next week will be our official opening for everything.
We're not yet either.
Oh, okay.
We got a lot of stuff open, but we ain't been out there yet. Right now, anyway.
No, TJ Maxx and all of them are not open yet.
No, not those, not open yet.
But man, for me, man, this has kind of opened my eyes to other things. Like I've been doing a lot of sourcing online, and I put something out on Craigslist in my town. Hey, I'm an eBay seller. If you need, if you got anything you're trying to sell, hit me up. Man, I didn't got so many people hit me, and I probably didn't got the most inventory I didn't have in forever since doing that. So I had somebody hit me today telling me, hey, they had it in private estate sale, and tomorrow's the last day, and whatever we got, do you want to come out and see if you want to buy it? And so stuff like that. Just put yourself out there.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
You got to network. I mean, you don't network, you ain't trying to hustle.
Yeah, people call me. That's good. I like when people call me, tell me, "Hey, I got this," and they know exactly what I get and want. I mean, what I do, and I ain't don't try to throw me no crazy prices because I'm trying to resell. So you gotta leave me a little meat. So
nothing's open here. I'm in NY, and we're still, that's kind of up in the air. I think we're probably gonna look a lot like California. Probably not till June, July, places like that. But we do have plenty of Walmarts.
Yeah, I think Oscar, one of the people in the chat, Oscar, he's out of Ohio. I mean, Miami, and he's saying they'll open next week. And who was that? Marie saying that they ain't gonna never open.
They will.
What you talking about? New York, Miami.
Yeah, no. I don't know where Marie is from, but I mean, Miami said they opened it up next week.
Oh, gotcha.
We do have some garage estate sales opening up this weekend. Actually, to be honest with you, there were a few on the I have estatesales.net, so I get alerts. They do say though on there they're only going to let so many people in. You got to wear a mask. You got to do all that good stuff. But they are opening up, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, the stores here in Georgia are opening up slowly but surely. I'm assuming there's more stores open up here in the South than any other state in the Southeast region. And I went to a couple stores today. The lines were so extremely long to check out till I just took everything I had in my buggy. I mean, let me back up a little bit. When I was in the store, I was so focused on getting the deals because it was this particular store, it was 30% off everything in the store. So I guess they're just trying to move all the inventory so they can put the new inventory in the spots. But I was so focused on sourcing the items that I was finding till I didn't even pay attention to what was going on in the store as far as the line goes. The line was probably about 100 yards long, and they had weaved it in the store, in such a way to if you wasn't really looking, you wouldn't know where the line ended. So basically what I did, because I didn't have a whole lot of time on my hand, I am going back in the morning. I took all the toys in my cart and I just strategized on where I can hide these toys in the store and be able to go back and get them in the morning, man. I'm like, man, this is crazy, boy. But that's what y'all got to look for. The people that stores hasn't opened yet, is these stores are coming open. They'll even Marshalls have a lot of markdowns. These stores are popping open with deals, to try to get this stuff moved so they can get their new inventory in there.
Yeah, Best Buy, not Best Buy, but what's that? No, I know they got a 15% off everything in the store.
Is it electronic store?
No, it's not an electronic store. It's like a what the hell the name of it? It's just on the tip of my tongue.
You'll think about it.
Yeah, I'll think about it. But they coming down with 15%
Do
on.
we have one here?
Yeah.
Well, we've got a TJ Maxx, a Walmart, a Marshalls,
It's one of the-
Burlington.
No, it's one of the stores you don't really like going into because they deals is shady deals. But when we first started, we made good money out of there.
Always.
No,
I don't
I
know.
can't think of it, man. But I promise it's gonna come to me, and I'm gonna show enough. If I had Tourette and come out there real quick with it, you know why I thought about it.
We're talking about lines. What are you guys' lines like at the post office?
They crazy. They out the door. But usually I just go and put my stuff. I can go and put my stuff on the counter. The lady there, she be like, just sit it on the counter. Don't stand in this line. And she just takes it and take it to the back. So it's not too bad. But yeah, ours is every time I go in there, man, it's a line.
It's
Everybody's
horrendous here, but I'm the one that wants to wait in line because I have to get the paper.
Oh, okay.
Because I got burnt one time when we first started eBay, and they're like, it didn't get sent to the post office. I'm like, yes, I did. I'm thinking to myself, I took it there yesterday myself. I didn't get it scanned. I didn't wait for the receipt. So now I'm that OCD anal person that's going to wait in line with 500 boxes to get scanned, and I want the receipt.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
I just sit them on the counter. I guess if I get burnt super bad, I might be that person. But right now, it's just going right there on the counter.
Yeah, I don't
use a scan form.
What's that?
You don't use a scan form like with 500.
Yeah, if you got
boxes?
500, use a scan form.
Well, I normally have the post lady come. She'll pick them up, to be honest with you. But if we have like 15 or 20 and I miss the mail lady, then I take them. But I did just learn about it. I got to figure it out unless you guys want to tell me. The other postman said, don't you have that piece of paper where we just scan that and then we take them all? And I'm like, nope, never knew about it. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
How do you do it?
Like super easy. On Amazon, it's just under orders, order reports, and then you can run the end of day and then print it out after you're done shipping, as long as you have the professional account.
Yeah.
If you hook the pirate ship, the same thing. Run the end of day, create scan form, and print it out.
Same with eBay?
eBay's different. It's under their bulk shipping label, so they usually send
and I really do it, man. Unless I have 50, which I really have. I mean, if I got under,
the only reason I hadn't introduced that to you all, Glass City Pickers, is because when you do that, Amazon take care of itself, but for as the eBay thing is, once you create that bulk shipment, you will get a list that you can just take to the post office and they scan it. But if you trying to adjust the weight and maybe, make a little edge on the weight, then you ain't gonna be able to do that if you do bulk shipping. It's just gonna be that one set weight and everything is on that list and you're done. So it's no adjustments once you go into the bulk.
Well, the guy said that if we did have the paperwork, even if we had some extras, he could just scan them in right there. So it wouldn't be no problem.
So let me go back into that so make sure you understand what I'm saying is, like, for me, when I do my listings, I don't put the exact weight on my listings unless if I'm gonna pay for that item, what I do is I will put the exact weight that I'm gonna put on there. But if the customer is gonna pay for that item and just say it weighs 2 pounds, but I put 3 pounds on there just to cover my handling charges, when you get ready to, if you just go in and print that thing on the bulk shipping, you're not gonna be able to adjust that 3 pounds. It's gonna automatically come up as 3 pounds, is what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
It just pull everything that you got in your shipping thing, and it goes to that list for bulk shipping.
What you already got down. You can't make no adjustments after that. What you already set in there when you listed it, basically.
Yeah,
exactly.
I change mine all the time. On my
eBay.
Yeah, on eBay. Like it's like buy bulk shipping, and I can go one by one. Maybe you got to hit an arrow or something, but
Right.
I go change those weights all the time
before you print it. Yeah.
before I print the actual and buy the label. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that's a step that I missed then, because I was on the impression that once you go in there and just say if you set it for 3 pounds, but it's a 2 pound box, and you click on for bulk shipping, then it's no way you can go back and make the change. So
You
is
got
that
the updated version?
again?
Are you on the updated? Because they did update the bulk shipping a couple months back. They updated
Okay,
it.
yeah,
Used to be that way.
Okay, so my information may be old information, because when I started first with eBay, that's what I was looking at doing, because a lady at the post office told me that. So I went back home and tried to do it, and I was like, well, I got items on here that I done, moved it up maybe 3, instead of 2 pounds, I got it 3 pounds or 4 pounds to cover for my shipping, supplies and my handling, and I can't go back and fix this. Because before, if you could hit bulk shipping, it was pretty much over with, or you just had to exit out of there and then do individual ship.
Yeah, I rarely did. I think I did it once when somebody told me about it, just to see if I could do it. And now I might have to watch another video just to do it again.
Yeah. I mean, if it's new technology out there, I'm definitely got to go look and see how to do it.
Oh yeah, that, or I split between pirate ship the ones I want to do, because then you can have a separate set. Let's say if I got one and I can't find an item or something because I don't want it to go on that form.
Right.
I usually use this on like a Monday, because that's when you have 30, 40, 50.
Yeah.
It just makes it mad easy.
Yeah, definitely.
I just since I'm doing merchant fulfillment, I just had a postal people come pick it up. I mean, I used to go take it to the dock, because we got a distribution postal system here where you can just take it there and just drop it off at the dock, and then they'll take care from there. But now I just make the arrangement with the post office and they come and pick it up.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, I usually do that too, but a lot of times I have to pass it up, taking my son somewhere. Well, not lately without stuff going on, so I usually go to it. But like I said, I know the lady there; she's pretty cool. I just drop him off. She's like, "I got you, thanks." But that's about it.
Right. Denise saying that her husband think estate sales have too high prices. I mean, that's true to a certain extent.
It depends, man. If I don't know about you, but in my city, people know the ones that be trying to get over on you. The certain ones is okay, and then the some ones that you be like, oh man, you might have to wait till that last day. You might could will and deal. But I found some good stuff. A lot of good stuff. I made a lot of money at the estate sale, so it just depends. The private ones, of course, are the best.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And I'm not trying to, give my little video some press, but I kind of put that information out there that, if you're going to go to if you're going to take the time out of your life to go to these estate sales, you definitely want to build some type of relationship up with those people selling these items, because they're going to be constant. They're not just at one estate sale and then they disappear. They're going to be at another one the next week, and the week after, and the week after. And if you build a rapport with them, you can establish where you can actually be able to buy some of this stuff before they actually have the sale. If they know you a serious reseller and you're going to come through with the deal that, you all agreed upon. One bad thing I can say, as a reseller, and this just not with estate sale, this with if you got a hookup guy, somebody that gonna call you when they got some stuff they just want to move, you gotta come through with these people, because if you don't, you're gonna lose them. You're gonna lose your connect, and then they're gonna move on to somebody else with the money, because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters to them is the sale. So when my guy called me and we can agree upon a deal, he automatically know that's a sold item. So that's what you have to remember when you're going out to the estate sales. Build that relationship up with these folks. Talk to them. Don't just run in there and try to find what you can find and pay and jet away. Establish yourself.
I agree with the guy. I got a guy too. He cleans houses here, and every week or so he calls me like, "Hey, I got this," and everything I might not want, I still might be able to make some money, but everything I might not want. But a lot of times I buy pretty much all of it, or at least most of it, because so I want to be the one he calls first before he calls somebody else.
Exactly.
So he usually calls me, and I do pretty good with him, and he usually gives me good prices no matter what. Or if I tell him, hey man, that's not going for that, he'd be like, I'm okay, well, don't worry about it. So he usually does pretty good. But like you said, you want to buy, you won't be like, not this time. Are you gonna lose him? So
right. So let me give a quick shout out to the chat again. We have some new people just popped in. We got Maggie. Thank you for coming out, Maggie. We got Nikki T. Thank you for coming out, Nikki. I know you may not be here for long, but thank you for coming in to say hello. Did I miss anybody? Commonwealth Picker. That's a first.
What's going on, Commonwealth? What's going on, Nikki T?
Vintage in there.
I need one of them little men, Commonwealth.
Yeah, Commonwealth.
I got the mug. I got the mug and the guy and the little guy.
Yeah.
Lone Star Picker coming out. Vasquez Vintage, thank you for coming out. Hey, thank you all for supporting the show.
Lone Star Picker.
Who that?
Lone Star Picker.
Yeah, I gave him a shout out.
Sweet Texas Pines.
Right. She was here early.
God bless all y'all.
Yeah, man. Thank all y'all for coming out, taking your time out to watch the show and spend some time with us tonight. So besides, Denise was talking about estate sale. Anybody else got anything to add about estate sales?
Deals, like they do the same thing. Some of them will blast out a blast, like at Facebook groups versus Facebook Marketplace.
Right.
You can get them that way, and the quicker you come, that is about that speed with that cash to them.
I agree.
They willing to deal.
Right. Because most of them has Facebook groups, and that's when they put them out at, like, hey, we having an estate sale this Friday, blah, blah, blah. And like you said, if you got that relationship, you can private message them like, hey, blah, blah, blah. I got this, that's another. And I met, it's a couple of guys like that they kind of run auctions. They run auctions every Friday here locally. And they give me a first pick at it. If I want to, if I'm willing to travel out, I'm like 30 minutes away. So sometimes I can, sometimes I can't make it.
Right.
But they'll let me come on out and we'll talk, and I get the first pick of the litter, so.
Yeah, I just my last little take on this is you got to, relationships and reselling is everything. And if you can build a connection, every time you make a deal with those people or that person, you just making a stronger and stronger connection. And the thing about in this business, you don't know who connected. You just like Tesla was saying, he got a guy that clean houses, and he may be connected to 5 or 6 more people. So if you building up a strong relationship with that one person or group, you don't know where it can lead to. So you definitely want to get out here and let people know what you're doing. Don't try to be in the shadows with it. People know you coming to those estate sales, but not just to collect stuff. They know who the collector are, and they know who the reseller. I mean, they can tell I'm a reseller because I'm walking in the house with a kill bag, so they already know what's up.
And they probably see you every Friday, don't they?
And another thing to Denise's question is the first day may be the hardest day to get a deal at an estate sale. So if you haven't established yourself with that group, my thing is just go in and try to negotiate. Don't sell it on the price. You may get some pushback, but at least they know you're interested in the item. You want to spend money, so they may work with you. They may just say, I probably could do that, but you need to buy 2 or 3 more things. So I always, try to communicate, use some type of dialogue, a negotiation dialogue to try to get you a deal or get the best deal you can get on that day. But the first day is always the hardest day.
Yeah. And all of them are different. Just try to, when you go to one, figure out who's throwing it. And that way you'll know next time, what type of guys they are and what the prices usually are. And, some of them are high price, some of them, they show love. So you just got to, you got to figure out which ones are good to go to, basically.
Right. I mean, that is so true right there.
Make sure you try to bundle up everything you can bundle up so you can get one set price.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call this company out, because I don't believe in throwing nobody under the bus, but it's one particular company here. Soon as I see their name, even my wife know this company. They so bad. Like soon as I see their name on a estate sale, we don't go there at all because the lady, she owned her own resale building, and basically what she do is she keep the prices on all the items high, so no reseller gonna come in because there's not enough meat on the bone. And then once the sale is over, they make a low ball offer to the family, and they take out all the valuables, and then they have somebody else come in and just clean the house out. So
That's dirty.
yeah, man,
Exactly what they do, man.
It is, man. I mean, I was telling another good reseller that been in the resale game for probably about 15 years about it. And he was like, man, you should find out what the family name and bust them out. Like, nah, it ain't worth it. You know?
But it's like that in every state. We got one do the same thing. And usually when I go to these resale things, these estate sales, I see the same people because it's a lot of resellers to go. And we know which ones do the, like you said, they got a brick and mortar and they do the same thing. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy, man.
Right.
If your basket adventure said business cards, that's a definite plus. I gotta make me some up. To pass out and give. Tell them what you buying.
And I'm gonna tell you, Buffalo, and it's you and then a couple other people. I used to be that guy that didn't tell people what I did. I used to go in there like I was shopping, taking the stuff home. Didn't want to tell nobody that I was a reseller. But soon as I said, forget it. And I got the cord, I'm a reseller. It opened up so many doors for me, man, because you think people gonna feel some type of way because you reselling the stuff that they selling, they doing the same thing.
Right. I mean, my thing, man, is as long as you humble, and keep a level head with, your approach with people and not try to be all flamboyant and all boastful with it, people are going to be willing to help you. It's like lady, like I have a Barbie lady. Everybody that know Buffalo Picker, I collect Barbies. I like to sell Barbies, a certain kind of Barbie. And I have a estate sale lady. Every time this lady find Barbies at a estate sale, I'm the first person she called because she know what I'm looking for and what I'm willing to pay. And it's already sold items, so it's like no negotiation because it's that part of the phase is over with. She'll just call me. I got 12 Barbies. They're in the condition you're looking for. I have 2 others that you might be interested in, but I know I got 12. All right, go ahead and hold them. I'll see you tomorrow. That's how you build those relationships with folks.
Definitely.
Being fair in pricing too, not always trying to be so cheap. I mean, be, negotiable, but you got, if you treat people right,
not try to lowball everybody you meet.
Right.
Right.
I say the lowball for eBay offers are behind the screen.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody got a bottom line, man. I mean, they got a bottom line, you got a bottom line, and my thing is that may just, if it's more than my bottom line, that just may be a deal I just can't do, because all of us in this business to make money. And I'm not trying to get a deal just to build a relationship. Now, if it's a fair deal and I know I still can get a little meat on the bone, then I'll cut that deal. I'd cut that deal where I was probably thinking I was going to get $10, but the deal been broken down to where I'm going to get $6. I cut that deal just for the relationship. But if it's below my bottom line, I'm not going to do that, man, because eventually that will hurt your business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree.
Well,
numbers. That's what turned me on to Amazon. I think I was on the show on my birthday. And you were talking about what you sold on and how you looked at the numbers of Amazon and eBay, and those were the biggest too. And I started to really look at it because in beginner reseller, you ain't looking at your numbers really. You got more money in your pocket than what you started with. You know that much.
Right.
But, you're not really seeing what you're making or what's taking the time. So I got a little taste of that Amazon check, the Amazon money.
Hey, man, I'm telling you.
Man, that's the real deal Holyfield, man.
I'm telling you. When I crossed over to that Amazon train, man, it was hard for me to look back to my eBay store. I mean, I eventually got back. Once I got into a community and listened to other resellers talk about their eBay store and their eBay ventures and stuff, I was like, you know what? Let me go back and give a little bit more time to my eBay store. And I have trained my son with my son basically do all of my listings for my eBay store. He practically really run my eBay store. I'm still focused on Amazon because that is where my bread and butter. I mean, I got I got some numbers on Amazon, man. I really do. And I mean,
but don't put yourself in a box. Like you got your Amazon, because you just never know, something can just go boom, and then you got something else to fall back on. So
exactly.
I
And
understand
that's
where you're coming
and Tesla, that was one of the things that Rise and Grind Picker was talking about when I was kind of following him along through his YouTube videos, was that you always got to have a fallback plan. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, and then when that break, what you gonna do?
Right.
And that's what's the main reason why I never let my eBay store go. And now my listings. I mean, at one time, my eBay store was on life support, man. I think I had 98 listings in there, and now I got like 300 and something. So I'm building it back up.
Yeah, you killing it. Yeah, I mean, and like I was watching a couple of, it's crazy, the last month or so, I watched 2 eBay sellers get their accounts restricted, because they listed something and didn't know, it was a mistake. And it's, they was done for 3 days. Luckily, it was only 3 days, but they could have just said, hey, stop doing that. You gone forever. I mean, you just never know. When you under somebody else's umbrella, you got to kind of, if you're going to be under somebody else's umbrella, you got to make sure you under a bunch of them. You know what I'm saying? Because you just never know.
Right. Play by their rules.
Right.
They dictate what you can do. It's just that simple. Especially on Amazon, they dictate what you can do. Because like you said, 1 minute you can scan this Gatorade. Oh, we can sell Gatorade. We sending Gatorade in. Next thing you know, hey, you ain't allowed to sell that. You know what I'm saying? So like you done bought 2 tons of Gatorade, thinking you finna rumble through Gatorade. Now look back to family and everybody else gonna be drinking Gatorade. You know what I mean? So it's just, you just got to play by the platform. We have eBay to fall back on. Right. You got to play by the platform.
There you go.
And also building your own site. I've actually started building my own site.
Me too.
Just as we're selling now, this is what I plan to do. To have my own platform where nobody can tell me what I can or cannot sell, and I just mess with the laws as far as it. If I got any copyrights or trademark agreement with the other companies or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah. Right. I don't know if y'all know, I make custom socks. I do a lot locally. Custom socks and stuff like basketball, football, soccer, stuff like that. All my boys play. And so I got a website for that. And every now and then, when I'm selling something, like on my YouTube videos, people hit me up, and sometimes I just throw them products on there and people buy them, just depends. So, I mean, but if you had it to where you can build that up and, put a couple things on every now and then, I mean, hey, people know who you are. You got, you do YouTube. It'll be easy to do. I mean, now you still want them, but just every now and then, if you have something that somebody will buy, one of your viewers will buy, it's always good to fall back on. So
right.
You can run ads to products too on your own website. That's what's cool about this, like AI and technology. Now you can pay for Facebook ads, Google ads, so you can be right there with eBay and Mercari on certain items. So I do like that, and I'm venturing into that more and more.
Yeah.
I mean, in this business, man, you definitely got to constantly evolve, man. If not, you're gonna be like some of the old businesses that we have seen came and gone. They didn't evolve. They just stayed where they were. And come to mind is a company like Blockbuster. They didn't want to evolve, and then you had the red box popped up on every corner. Next thing you know, Blockbuster was going out of business because they didn't want to evolve. But if you constantly trying to be a forward thinker in this business, man, it ain't nothing but success gonna come to you. But once you get comfortable, I think that's where in anything. Once you get comfortable, that's where the problems sits in. And for me, it's like it's so many avenues in this business to make money till. It's I'm trying to get control of this so I can move over here and get some of this, and then move over here and get some of this.
Feel that?
Yeah,
good problem to have, man.
Exactly.
I mean, go ahead.
I tell him every day when we talk, I said, I understand, but all money ain't good money. Keep your focus
that too.
Keep your focus on where you need to keep it on, and then when you get that handled, then go ahead and tread over there and see what you can dip in there. I don't mind and putting my hand in having different cookies in my cookie jar, but I want to make sure the cookies that I got that we eating off of, I want to make sure they freshly baked.
Right. Bread and butter.
And
I mean, and, I agree, Chris.
Yeah.
I mean, focus. You got to stay focused. I think that's the key. Is once you start trying to put your hands up into too many things, it's hard for one person to stay focused on 6 things. But if you find 2 or 3 things, and you get those things, under control, then you can branch off into something else.
Right.
And that's like for me, I want to get a full control of what I do with Amazon, and definitely not let eBay go, because that's the second player right now, and eventually move on into these other platforms, and explore. But my main focus is right now is Amazon, and I'm trying to learn everything I need to learn about that, and so that I can excel.
I mean, and it's hard, man. Like, just imagine how much time Amazon's taking up, eBay's taking up. Now you're trying to start something else, and then if you do YouTube, that's another thing. Yep. And then it's just a lot, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want one to fall off because you're trying to venture into something else, so you want to make sure you have a hand on it before you even try to do something like that.
So that's when you get employees, you know what I mean? The only way to scale is to get employees, and that's kind of where I'm kind of at in my processes, to make sure I'm setting up a process, a system, to where when I'm ready, I can hire this person to do shipping, this person to list, this person to take photos, so I can move on to the next thing. It's hard at the beginning, though, as a reseller.
Right now, we ain't paying ourselves, so we do everything ourselves. So, with everything being done yourself, you want to make sure you keep the bread and butter buttered. You don't want to go say, well, I got it buttered a little bit, and then I'm going to run over here and try to butter this toast over here. Then that toast over there that's been buttered for you, it's already burnt up because you didn't forgot what you had going on over here. So that just me. I just don't want to burn myself out with nothing, because I love what I like. I love this thing. This is a pure D hustle. I love this. This, like, man, it ain't nothing like this. You know what I'm saying? I done been in all over your shoulder, nothing, you just make money. I done been in all types of games, and this game is too legit to quit. You heard me? So I feel like, being out here with this, and when Buffalo Picker brought it to the table, I'm like, man, he talking about, man, you can sell that watch you got on. I'm looking at my watch like, I ain't selling my
Hey, y'all wasn't reselling when y'all met Buffalo, or y'all was reselling?
No. Me and Buffalo, we was Steeler Nation fans, Madden.
Okay.
And we went and met each other, but he was talking about it prior up to, he was making his new imprint in life. He wanted to do something different. Right. And we was always on the headset talking on the phone, and he was telling me he got to looking at these videos. Me personally, I'm like, man, I ain't trying to hear that. I'm playing that. I ain't gonna even sit here and pump fake. I'm like, I ain't trying to hear that. And then we go to Pittsburgh that weekend, and it was all she wrote. You know what I mean? And she caught that bite of that apple. And she ain't been looking back, because like I said, I was sniffing around looking at the numbers. I'm like, hold on. What's that? That's dope.
When you first met him, did he take you to some yard sales or something? Or did he just show you some numbers and stuff like that?
He's in Georgia and we're in Ohio.
We're in Ohio.
Okay.
We just conversated. Now, we didn't been to Georgia. We didn't been to Georgia shopping with him. We didn't been to Pennsylvania shopping with him. This was after the fact. You know what I'm saying? He brought it to the table. He went off and running about 5 or 6 months before we even got off the fence.
Okay.
But when we finally got off the fence, it was her that got off the fence. It wasn't I. I was just here goes some money, baby. Go on, do what you. I just want you not to say nothing. Let me play Madden. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I got to.
They came down here, Tesla. I took them through that sourcing boot camp.
I heard that story last time y'all was on here talking about.
Yeah.
Be up and ready.
Yeah.
They thought it would play.
I'm up and ready. I'm always up.
Yeah.
6 hours later, they was done, right?
Yeah.
She put on her pretty shoes instead of her stomping steel toes.
I mean, my thing, man, is, and I say this all the time, it's enough money out here in reselling for everybody to make money. And it's just hard pressed to me, but in the beginning, it was hard pressed to me that you were have a bunch of information to gear to somebody to help them get a second stream of income, and they turn it down, you know. And the thing is, what I learned through that experience is that this ain't for everybody. You know, everybody can't be a reseller. You know, they don't have, not say they can't be, they don't have the desire to be.
Right.
You know,
I have a question.
Awesome, man.
It takes a lot. I mean, I'm
Don't
gonna tell you
worry.
what, I've been trying to, my wife, I'm gonna tell you, man, my wife, she doesn't touch anything. Like, hey, she don't want to have nothing to do with this reselling stuff right now.
right.
But now, you know, she kind of see what's going on as far as the money, because I ain't really showed her the numbers for real like that. You know, I gave her a little glimpse the other day, not too long ago. She was like, huh? What? Like, yeah, do you think I'm just down here doing this? I'm doing it for real, you know? So now she wants to kind of, you know, every time she sees some stuff, she hits me up and like, hey, you know, you might be able to resell this or resell that. So I think I'm kind of, she's gonna be on board here soon.
Right.
That's how my
That's
brother
good.
is. Till I started resurrecting shelves in our community room once we lost a roommate. He's like, wow, I didn't know you had all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, this is what I do.
Yeah.
Sweet Texas Fine said she have a question. At what point did we learn each other names?
Am I real government?
That's Tommy. I'm Chris and Tanya.
At what point did you all learn each other's?
Right.
Are you talking about like when we put our governments, like real names? I say it in every video. Like if you watch my videos,
Yeah, government name.
you
What you
press the
saying?
pick a
I
channel,
still
but I'm
don't
Dave.
know
You know?
everybody's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Each
And I'm in
week-
a lot of lives too, so I think that's how I learn everybe's name and stuff. I
Yeah,
go,
I
whenever I
started
see a
learning
live, I'm in there,
Yeah,
and I kind of,
started-
you know, that's how I figure it out. Most
Yeah.
part.
You know, I look at it like this. You know, if your stage name is Buffalo Pickett, Tesla, and McDonald, the millionaire, McDonald, the dollars, I'm calling you by that name.
That's how I be too.
Until
I
you,
remember.
if you
It's
want
your
to
rap
tell
name.
me something else, then I'm cool with that. Other than that, I'm calling you by that name. That's how we got introduced. That's just like your nickname, Pookie, Ray, and all the rest of them. That's just like your nickname around the way. You heard me? So hey, I'm gonna call you by your mama might not give you that name, but I'm gonna call you by that name because everybody else call you that. What's up,
Yeah.
Tesla?
I
What's
mean,
up, my millionaire?
what I add to that is that I call people by their handler name. If they say they prefer me to call them by their birth name, then I would do that. But
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I just feel comfortable calling people by their handler name anyway, unless told otherwise.
Correct.
So.
And then you doing your show, if you say somebody's real name, they're gonna be like, "Well, who you talking about?" You know, like a lot of people don't know that. You know, so
Yeah.
that's just calling out what their YouTube name is.
Yeah,
you know?
especially if they're not in the community, they definitely like who which one is that? You know. Yeah.
Right. I mean, because y'all won and your Glass City Pickers. I just call y'all just one name, you know.
Exactly. GCP.
Chris and Tanya.
That's how we ride. You heard me? You know, I couldn't leave her hanging out here by herself. I was like, I know how she get. I said she don't mind letting it be known. You did. So I was like, she ain't gonna stay sitting too long. I said I better come out there and sit in front of that camera because she'll get up and get to moving and taking care of motherly and nana duties and stuff, and forget she even on camera. That's how she do sometimes, you know.
As far as YouTube, Buffalo, and I'm sure you done said this a million times. I probably just ain't called it. Like, what made you just kind of want to slide into the reseller YouTube lane? Like, do YouTube videos and all y'all, Glass City, all y'all.
Well, I say for me, man, is like once I started grasping, this, I was so intrigued, and I can make a long story short, is that when I was I went back to school to try to put myself in a position to get promoted at my corporate job. And in the midst of that, Steve Harvey was a spokesman for my school, and he was saying that you got to have several streams of income if you want to try to elevate yourself into another pay bracket. So it was like I was trying to find something to do, and once I found a few resellers that seemed like they was putting out, legit information about the business, because I wasn't just taking one or two reseller words. I was just fact checked in a lot of the stuff that was put out. But then when I ran into Rise and Grind Picker, it was like it was almost like his videos was really teaching me, the ways of how to be a reseller. And once I learned the craft from him in the studies that I did on my own on how to resell and going into the Amazon videos and seeing how to sell on Amazon and listen to a couple top rated sellers talk about eBay, I was like, you know what? I could speak this game too. I've been doing it for over a year now, and a lot of people ask me questions, and I find myself doing little short presentations over the phone or through video chat to people how you get started. So I was like, you know what, I may have something to offer too. So I ran into
she sell by two,
and we were both sourcing at a Walmart, and she was on one end, I was on the other end. I seen her big basket. I was like, man, she got to be a reseller. So I looked at her again. I was like, Sue? And she was like, you know me? I was like, yeah, I seen you on Buffalo Picker Show. I meant on Bearded Picker Show. And she the one gave me the inspiration, man. She was like, Tommy, all you got to do is turn the camera on. That's it. Just turn the camera on and speak your truth. She was like, as long as you being sincere and speak your truth, she was like, you could do it, because the little conversation we were having, she really was like quizzing me on my knowledge as a reseller, and she was like, you know what you're doing. She was like, just turn the camera on and speak your truth. I was like, okay. So it took me about 3 weeks before I got enough nerve to do it, man. But once that thing started rolling, the confidence just started building up a little bit. I'm here now.
Yeah. And certain people take information differently from certain, different people. Like, the information, if me and somebody else listen to you talk, I might get more out of it than somebody else. So that's why I like a lot of, that's why I'm glad a lot of different people are on here, talking certain things, because, I watch a lot of people's videos, and some people might recommend me to somebody, and it might not just click with me. So if I listen to somebody else, it might click. So I'm glad that we have a community where everybody's kind of doing their own thing, because certain people just, might not work for certain people.
Right. And then some people, you can only listen to them for so long too, man. Yeah. And then it's kind of like, let me sit here. I mean, that's how when I started out, I was solely on resale for probably about 4.5 months, man. And then I just said, well, let me just look to see what other people have to say. And then I found a few more. I found Rally Roots. I found Shane. And through Shane, I found
I'm with Pickle was one of mine, man. That's one of the first ones. He's in here now. Me and him pretty cool. I talk to him from time to time, and the way that he talks about certain products and certain, I'm sure a lot of y'all watch a lot of people on here, and you might have walked past a product 1,000 times until you watch somebody and you be like, dang, I done walked past that thing 1,000 times.
I watch Commonwealth. Like, I like his tactics when he's negotiating.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that smooth, nonchalant. Country boy.
Yes, that's me all day, man. Being from Kentucky, that's me all day.
Oh, Chuck Jolly. Oh, golly, Chuck Jolly.
Yeah.
I like that. Watching it through his videos.
Yeah. And then he's smart. He knows about it. He tells you about the product too sometimes of stuff. I mean, his cup, I got his cup. It says when in doubt, port it out. He ports out a lot. He might just take it to port and sell it like that,
Right.
He makes money like that too. So
yeah.
He also making the money off the different brands. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
He branding himself. He putting his brand out there, and he putting his stamp out there. So
there you go.
Like I still want one of them little men. I'm still going to
that same quote that you made, Tesla, about, when in doubt, pour it out. I didn't never hear that on his video, but Landshaw Picker was the one that mentioned that Commonwealth is the one that, came up with that.
Yeah. He got on the cup. I got a cup over here that he sold about 2 weeks ago. He sent it to me, man. It's a nice old cup. When in doubt, pour it out. That's what it says on it. So that's
I got to put me on the order, man. Get me one of them little dudes.
Y'all gonna have to give me a little
and that's the thing, I mean, that's the thing about the reselling community too. They're gonna support you, man. So whatever you decide to do, they're gonna support you. And right now, and I'm like I said, I haven't spent one penny since I've been reselling. I'm just putting everything back into what Tesla Picker, man. The reason why my name's Tesla Picker, man, it was a total whim. I mean, I didn't think about the name. I ain't do nothing. I mean, I said, look, you know what? I'm gonna do videos on my reselling. And at the time, me and my wife was thinking about getting a new car. And I was like, we was gonna get a Tesla, and I was like, you know what? We could. My car just paid off. Ain't nothing wrong with them. I'm gonna do eBay, and we gonna get a Tesla, baby. She's like, okay, whatever. And then I just said, okay, my name's Tesla Picker, and the name just stuck, man. You know, that's the only reason why my name's that. I ain't even got a Tesla.
People don't say talking to rich, you can't come. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get that Tesla when you're ready for it. Tesla.
Hey, you know, I haven't done a YouTube video yet. Only you guys, the ones that actually got me starting to come on YouTube, and then I started having people hit my DMs like, you need to make videos because your content is interesting.
Right.
Man. So, like, I told you that what, 2 months ago?
Yep, 2 months ago.
I was like, man, you need to get on YouTube, you know, because you have like the content that you do put out on Instagram. It's like when I first heard you talking about reselling, it grabbed my attention, not just what you were saying, but how you were saying it. And I was like, man, this little young dude right here, man, you know what he's talking about, you know. But yeah, man, I mean, you could definitely do some damage, man, because you got that youth on your side. You know, you in a different era than us for as like your age range, and you would gravitate to like folks your age and put them into the resale game, or just come through and support you because they want to learn how to do it, you know?
Right.
You know,
my son's doing it. My son's doing it. He's, like I said, he's 17, man, and he wants to start his own YouTube channel. I told him to get himself together first. You know, you're trying to do too much. You're trying to do too much.
Yeah, got it right, Dad. Yeah, so we try to stay around an hour with this show, man.
Okay.
And I don't want to hold y'all because I know Tesla, you got to prepare to go to work and look like Mike Dunn, the millionaires, like you got some work behind you got to get done. So let's go ahead and do a show and tell. If you have something to show, you can show it. I mean, if it's something that you got listed in your store, or you thinking about listing in your store, go ahead and show, you know, about 4 or 5 of those items. And then, you know, once we do a round table, we're going to go ahead and close it out.
Okay.
Tesla.
I want to tell West Max Gary, I want to tell him thank you. I got my watches, man. Appreciate you. Thank you, man. I got my watches.
They have an auction.
Off the auction last week.
Okay. Hey, Tesla, Sweet Text had a question for you.
Oh, I already reserved it. I put my $100 down for the Tesla truck just because it's non-refundable. You don't come out to 22, you know.
Winter chicken dinner.
I mean, it looks weird, but you know, that's what people say now. And when the real one come out, I'm like, oh man.
Right. So, anybody want to start off, lead off?
Go ahead, because we ain't got it.
Anybody?
My watches.
Hold on a second. Let me blow you up. What you got?
These are my watches I got from West Max.
Gary.
Gary, I got these last week, man, off the auction. This is a wood one right here.
Right.
What channel is that? You got that from?
Huh?
You said you got that from auction?
Yeah, off the auction with Pittsburgh, Mama, and
yeah, it was
every day I'm hustling.
Yeah,
okay, yeah. I know you're talking. Okay, there you go.
So I got 2 of the wood ones right here. And I got one more. It's it was the Hummer watch. Hummer watch. You know,
of course he outbidded me for him, Tesla.
Just for the record, Tesla, we were there first.
Y'all was bidding against each other. Y'all supposed to be talking, man.
I know, man.
That was him slipping.
We definitely were slipping on that
one. And we got a whole bunch of. We've been selling these now. Y'all said used puzzles. We haven't been selling used puzzles. We've been selling brand new puzzles. We're gonna do the Vanna White ordeal.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Is that lighting down?
There you go. Perfect. So we've been selling a lot of these puzzles right here. This is all-in-one puzzle
There's a bunch of different ones
yeah.
in that one.
And we've been making good ends on this, man. Paid a little nothing, making a whole lot of something. But that's all we got, Buffalo, for
Yeah,
this.
we didn't have
That's
much
it,
this
my
week
brother.
because Chris
All
is
right.
under the weather and
Okay, so
I got
again,
a couple things.
okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Just behind me, man. My dude, I was just telling you about my cleanup guy. So I got a lot of stuff on the table behind me. He brought me these slot cars a couple of days ago. I don't know if they kind of. I got like 20 of them. They all in these little things. You remember them little race car tracks back in the 80s we used to play with?
Right.
I listed these. I got them on an auction on eBay. I got 20 chassis like this and about 30 bodies. And I got 4 days left, but the auction's already up to $165, man.
Wow.
And I got these. I got this and this AE1 phone, which goes for about $150 or something like that on eBay. Anyway, I got that for $25 from him, and I'm gonna make a lot of good money on that, man.
Right.
This just happened, and that phone you see right here,
yeah, that
old school phone.
Old school.
It goes about $50 on eBay. What's that?
A lot of kids don't know what that is.
No, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. My sons didn't know what I had going on right there. So I told them back in the day that was it. You know, I used to be on that like crazy.
You have a cord go all the way around the corner.
Yeah. So and it makes that, I told him it makes that old fashion, that old. I love that noise, you know.
Yeah, I had one similar to that in the living room. My wife wanted to keep it just for show.
But that's the kind of stuff that my dude finds. He cleans out a lot of houses where people pass and stuff. So they got a lot of old vintage stuff.
Right.
And, he calls me, and I always get a bunch of stuff like that from him.
You got a good guy. That's good.
Yeah, that's a nice hookup right there.
Definitely.
All right, so I guess I'll go next. You got something?
Yeah, I got a few things here. I've been buying out a bunch of games, man. Like
you can't go wrong with
my
that.
bread and butter. You see the stack behind me? I got a bunch of characters in them.
Right.
Infinity characters I got to go through, some portals, and a bunch of video games, just piece by piece. Some of them I'll bundle. If it's under $10, if it's more than $10, then I'll sell it like individual. So just building up some stores.
So do you have a connect for games, or you just go out and just try to find a deal?
I've just been going out finding deals just on because I know right now, because we're in the situation that we in, a lot of people are cleaning out their homes. So I just been finding bulk deals to where you throw a couple $100 down and pick up everything that they have at once.
Right.
Nice.
Right. That's cool, man. I mean, money. Cash is king, buddy, right now.
Every day,
definitely.
Cash is king. I have, of course, I have some Barbies. Yeah, I got these from. I got these one of the plush areas in Atlanta. Lady was selling them, and this is a Bob Mackie Barbie. I think I got 6 Barbies for $75, and one of these Barbies during Q4 can go for $75.
What year is that? 2007.
Yep, this is the Christmas Barbie 2007. I have right now. I probably have 7 of those, and this is a 2011 holiday Barbie. And you can look at these Barbies. I mean, the box is almost like new. And this is what I look for. Anybody out there that want to venture into Barbies, this is what you want to look for. You want to make sure that these boxes don't have any blemishes, and make sure that they are sealed on the back. And if all those meet the standards, you're gonna be able to make some good money on these Barbies.
Because that's a nice dress she got on too.
And this right here, now this Bob Mackie Barbie right here. Hey man, I'll be looking for these. I have four of these on deck right now. That right there, I mean, it's just a little stain. I'll Google on and get that cleaned up. But this is this definitely, if you see this out there and you can get it for about $20 to $15, this gonna bring you about $40 to $60 back, depending on what platform you're gonna sell it on. I sell all my Barbies on Amazon. So this Barbie right here on Amazon during Q4 last year, I sold it for, I think I got $92 off of it.
Sweet. Them some nice Barbies you be getting too.
Yeah, man, hey.
Yeah, I ain't gotta hype you up. I know.
Hey, also too, I just want to go real quickly this little auction that I won on the Bearded Picker Show. The guy named Harlan was selling some things there, and try to go over this real quick. I got this Nerf 3D game case in the deal. I got a whole box of video games, and guess what? This right here sealed the deal right here. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Barbie.
It's a Barbie Wii game.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think I got probably 20 video games with the books.
Okay.
These are all Wii games, and also in that bundle I got these. I'm just gonna show y'all right quick, and this is all I have to show. He got enough tape on it. All these are Michael Jordan cards. I don't know if y'all can see those.
Them up a little bit, bro. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, all these are Michael Jordan cards.
For sure.
Oh, that's fire.
So all this was in the auction that I won on that night. So yeah, you wanna if you're in the chat room, you want to bounce around to some of these auctions and try to win some items. I mean, you may get lucky because most of the people are selling it at a price where you can actually be able to flip. You know, they are leaving some meat on the bone. So I would, definitely float around to different auctions and try to come up. I mean, I won. Tesla. Okay. Yeah, so I won some jewelry as well from Flipping Mama's auction the other night. Everything was like sterling silver.
Right.
I think I paid a total of $40. That I got. So yeah, you definitely want to find.
Where they had these auctions at on YouTube or like on they live?
I just got some games myself, man. When you were just talking about that, I forgot about these games. I got a bunch of Wii.
Get them games up, bro.
Yeah, man. Come up,
and
man.
Bunch of them, and Wii, Xbox 360, and one of them. Look, it's this NCAA basketball 2010. This goes for like 100 and.
Man, people want that right now, bro.
Yeah.
Listen on Amazon, it's gone.
Hey,
man.
Yeah, you missed that joke, and people want that right now.
I just got this, man.
Right now. Basketball and the football.
Yeah, the 14 I know goes for a lot too. That NCAA 14.
Yeah, you get that 14 NCAA, buddy. You got some bread.
Yeah, but I'm taking all them games to work with me, and it's about to get crazy.
Yeah, who is that? Okay, so Lone Star, yeah, the most expensive Barbie I had was the Vera Wang wedding Barbie. I sold it for close to $280.
Ooh, wee.
And I got it for $50.
No wonder you like them Barbies.
Hey man, I'm telling you, man. I'm trying to turn people on. I don't care about the competition. It's money in those Barbies, man.
I on Amazon you sell them all? I got two holiday Barbies. I think I got like a 97 and a 98 sitting up here on the shelf.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Now, I started out selling those Barbies on eBay, and I've told the story that when I first started selling on eBay, they sent me a congratulations saying that I was in the top 10% in Barbies sales for Q4, and that was my first year selling. But so don't get me wrong, you can make some money on eBay with those Barbies, but you're not gonna make the Amazon money with them.
Yeah.
I mean, the Amazon money is totally different.
You got a bigger audience on the
Amazon. Exactly. Exactly.
So
So
we sold them pretty good on eBay too, but we just sold them great on Amazon also. So
right,
it depends on what Barbie you have for real. You know what I mean?
right.
You know, if you got them top notch Barbies, you gonna sell them regardless. You know, people gonna come
Hey,
find them.
that's all I
Especially
look
brand
for.
new like that. You know?
You got to
Yeah,
do gated sale.
Ungated it depends, man. You just got to scan the Barbie and see if you get it send it into Amazon. That's all you got to do, Mac. This scan it, man. Because at once upon a time we weren't able to send no Barbies in, and now we send them all.
This Barbie right here. This is another little tip for anybody that interested in Barbies. If you find these Barbies out here, these Barbies are called
Barbies
Dolls of the World, Princess Barbies. You find these Barbies right here, you automatically got between $70 to $90 in your hand. So long as they're in good condition, the box has to be in good condition. Now, if the box beat up, you can take that down about $40, $50.
Well, you always find bona fide Barbies, Buffalo. So
that's where we found our
that's
dolls in the world. I found ours right literally 10 houses down from us.
Yeah,
coming home from work, there was a garage sale. I saw Barbies on the side. I was like, my granddaughter needs these. We'll be right back.
and call Buffalo. What's these? He's like, them good ones right there. We got to get on Amazon with them. Bing, 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 bing. Everything on one, and we paid what, less than $2?
No, I paid the most. I paid was $5.
Okay, so we paid $5 and sold it for $65 to $70.
Ah,
yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and bring this show to an end. Do y'all have anything y'all want to plug before we end the show? The guests, you want to talk about your channel, your shows, anything?
Just Tesla Pickers, my YouTube channel, Instagram, everything. I also make custom socks. I didn't show any today. I make a lot of custom socks.
Go ahead and throw one up, Tesla.
I need custom socks, Tesla. I didn't put it down there in the video. I need me some of them custom socks, man. You heard?
I don't think I have any around, man.
You got one?
I have a couple, but I'm they in all my videos. I show what I sold, what I made, and all
custom
that.
Socks, man.
Yeah, those are those lines, man.
I need some custom socks, man.
I got some for that. But
no, he got he hook him some up. I was just gonna give him to put in my game room. That's all.
Yeah, just hit me up, man. I'll hook y'all up. I was gonna hook y'all up, and y'all on my list anyway, because I've been making certain creators one. I got both of y'all on the list. I just ain't made it down to y'all yet. But I was gonna come up something to surprise y'all. But if y'all want something specific, let me know.
Patience, man. Patience.
Okay. McDonald's Millionaires, you got anything you want to
just catch me out on IG right now. I'm gonna work my way to tiptoe into YouTube. Once
No
I learn
YouTube yet, man.
all of that.
Just record those videos on IG, put them on YouTube.
Oh, that's it. Just put them over like that.
Just throw it out some type of way.
Yeah, man. Just get your content out there, man.
Hey, Mac, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You be spending some stuff where I be just sitting back smiling like, boy, this young buck gonna be a problem for this.
Yeah,
business.
man, you already got this.
Yeah.
You got the content, man. Just push it over there, man.
Yeah, I just followed them. I just now followed them yesterday when you tagged me, so I ain't went through all the stuff yet. But I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check out the Instagram.
Some Jews, man.
Yeah. So, hey, I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming out to support the Buffalo Picker Show. I also want to thank my special guest, Tesla Picker, McDonald's to Millionaires. I definitely been a long time coming trying to get you guys on my show, and the night was the night. So I appreciate you guys taking time out to be out here with me. Glass City Pickers, as always, thank you for the support. Chris, I want to thank you for bearing the thing that you got to go through right now to get on this show with me tonight. And with that being said, still a nation.
Thanks, everyone.
How about them Cowboys?
Hey.